Welcome to the City Show. Pat O Melia here. You there? Beautiful day out today. Actually, it's going to be nice. It's going to be some rain, but it's going to be nice all week. It's good to be back, starting to get back in the groove of doing this. Speaking of groove, tonight will be the first of many debates. We're starting with the Ward A live debate. That'll pit incumbent Denise Ridley against Kristen Hart Zandroga. I never met her. I know of her. I never met her. They'll be in studio live, starting at 6 o'clock tonight on Channel 190, on live stream, on Facebook, on YouTube, on all that stuff. So make a note of it. We'll put that schedule up here, there. There's here, there throughout the show. There's another one on Thursday, Ward B. John Hennis is the moderator. Tonight is Steve Lennox from Tapped Into is moderating. And that's Miri and Joel Brooks from Ward B. Again, these are all live. And each one will probably do a little twist in there. If you have any questions you'd like to have answered, email me at our email address or tweet it to me, or Steve Lennox even. You can do that. And hopefully you watch the show. We're going to try to get all these debates in before the early voting starts, which is April the 23rd. So we want you to make an informed decision when you go to the voting booth, or you mail your ballot in. Today's topics: Jersey City's rental assistance. Of course, there's some controversy with Jersey City's rental assistance, and there shouldn't be, so I'll go into that. Jersey City is going to look into getting into the trash picking up business. Wise idea. Mayor Phillip and I are going back and forth on this. We touched base on it in last week's show. I'm going to go into further detail. There's a lot more involved than just picking up the trash and the recycling. Then we got quick hits. We got Jersey City is going to form an ad hoc committee to investigate Suez. We'll go into all that. You're watching the City Show. We're going to break the commercial, and we'll be right back.
Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design studio and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net. Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights. Your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments. Carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants. All major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712.
Jersey City Medical Center is healing, enhancing, and investing in Hudson County because your heart doesn't beat just for you. So get it checked. When your bones are healthy, it lifts us all. We're delivering joy daily in our Lord Abbott Maternity Wing and providing New Jersey's only NCI-designated comprehensive cancer center. We'll continue building our medical network and taking every precaution for your safety so that we can all be healthy together.
We're back, City Show. Pat O Melia here. You there? Let me go over the rest of the schedule for the debates. Like I said, this Thursday, Ward B, 6 o'clock on Channel 190 and all our streaming channels. Ward C will be on September the 28th. That's Journal Square. I'll be moderating that one. Ward D is on the 30th, next Thursday. I will also be moderating that. It's my home ward. Ward E is on the 5th at 6 p.m. Ward F is on the 7th. And never done before, as far as I know, an actual council at large debate. We will have 6 candidates here. Danny Rivera is in Puerto Rico. Can't have Danny here. But we'll have the 6 candidates here running for council at large. Fernando Uribe is moderating. Maybe I'll sit on that. I'll sit in. I'm not sure yet with the moderating. And then on the 21st, it's the mayoral one. Mayor Steve Phillip versus Louis Spears. All live, all for your information, education, and entertainment. Rental assistance in Jersey City. Since the pandemic, people, lost their jobs. They were forced to stay home. There was many reasons why people weren't making enough money to pay their rent. And there was, rent freezes, there were eviction freezes, foreclosure. Well, I don't know about the foreclosure. I don't know how much of a freeze we had on that. And people fell behind in the rent. Simple as that. The feds freed up millions and millions and millions of dollars. Jersey City received about $8 million in rental assistance money to distribute to the people who fell in arrears. And really, if you talk about rental assistance, it's landlord assistance, property owner assistance. They're the ones with the, out the money. Not so much the renters. People own the property. So far to date, and Pull-Up in the city is being attacked on that, they've given out about $500,000. First off, let me remind everybody, Mayor Pull-Up in the city of Jersey City was giving out rental assistance long before the Fed money came in. So stop jumping on Pull-Up on this. Second, what Pull-Up did and how he started this, his first stage was Fed money distribution to the mom and pop homeowners, the mom and pop, who own a 2-family home, a 3-family home, or a 4-family home, where that money in some cases is a form of income. It could be their income plus Social Security. So when those rent checks stopped coming in, these people were in a real hardship. Everybody talks about freeze the rent, cancel the rent. The banks weren't canceling the mortgage payments, and these people went into their savings. In some cases, are in foreclosure. Some people lost their home because of this. I don't know what they can do with the people who lost their homes, but Pull-Up is right with his first stage, where he is going to go to the mom and pops, the small property owners first. They're in the front of the line, and all lines start somewhere, don't they? They're all going to, I wouldn't want to try to handle a whole city at once. Pull-Up did the right thing. He's going with the mom and pop, the small owners. And again, I made a note here because I keep saying mom and pop. Mom and pop could also be that young couple who went into deep hock to get a house, and they got a 2-family, and the whole idea of the 2-family was the upstairs apartment would help pay the mortgage, or the 2 apartments would help pay the mortgage, and then there's no rents coming in. That put these people in a tight financial position. In some cases, very tight. There was no freezing on credit reports, you know what I mean? But Mayor Pull-Up's doing the right thing. He went to help the small property owner, the mom and pops, and that's where he should start. So some of the news organizations were attacking Pull-Up about the slow response. Not a slow response. He's pretty measured in what he's doing here. Nobody's getting evicted. The courts are so backed up, it's not going to happen next week getting evicted. So he has time, but he is addressing the pressing needs to the mom and pop, the small property owner here in Jersey City, who owns that 2-family or 3-family or 4-family home. So he's doing the right thing here. And like I said, it's the right place to start. These are the people who are, in danger of losing their property. Now, in the upcoming weeks, it's going to, Pull-Up will open it up further, because there really isn't any guidelines coming from the federal and the state, as far as I can tell. He'll open it up to the property owner that owns multiple houses and homes throughout Jersey City. He'll get in line, and the big developer guys, they'll get in line. Hopefully everybody is made whole. But yeah, I see what Mayor Pull-Up said. Let's make the mom and pop property owner, that person owns that one house on Leonard Street, that 3-family, let's get them whole again. Let's make them whole. So they can go on and enjoy life, and this was their investment. Their goal was to have this home, and they raised their family in here, and now it's going to pay their expenses. That didn't happen. Well, that, like I said, that young family who went into deep debt, all the money they had for a down payment, hoping that rent or 2 rents were going to help them with the mortgage, and that didn't happen. Let's make those people whole, and we'll start with the larger property owners down the road. So I applaud Mayor Pull-Up for how he started this. And like I said, Mayor Pull-Up in the city was helping people long before the feds came up with money to help them. He was helping renters and businesses here. All right, we're going to break for commercial. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
Ford made their first all-electric SUV a Mustang. Rapid acceleration, reactive handling, 300-mile range. You control how it feels and how it sounds. It knows you. It dials into your preferred settings. It has an array of driver assist technology. Cameras and sensors enhance your awareness and provide you with additional control. But it's more than cutting-edge technology. It's the spirit of it. It's a Mustang.
I've got cancer.
We've got the highest level of cancer care.
The latest clinical trials.
Researchers working to find a cure.
And nurse navigators to guide you every step of the way.
At New Jersey's only NCI-designated Comprehensive Cancer Center, your safety has always been our top priority.
I've got cancer, but I also have peace of mind.
Jersey City Medical Center and Rutgers Cancer Institute of New Jersey. Let's beat cancer together.
We're back. City Show. Pat O Melia here. All wisdom, Pat O Melia here. But it's wisdom born of pain. Wasn't that? What's Iron Woman? Helen Reddy. Wasn't that wisdom born of pain? Tomorrow, speaking of wisdom, the city council is going to kick around the idea of looking into getting into the trash business. We were used to pick up our own trash. In the 70s, we did it, and there was some sort of a strike. Something happened. Then we got a private concern that was working the Jersey City trucks, and eventually a private concern brought their own trucks in, and from the 80s on, we had an outside service. Somehow we get out of the business of doing it ourselves. I host a show in Tom's River also where everything Ocean County does down there, it's so easy to write a check with someone else's money, and they do it a lot in Ocean County. We got into that here in Jersey City, too. That's a little street sweeper over there. We got into it in Jersey City. Easy to write a check. But you know what? We're spending $15, $16 million a year. Let's say like the lottery guy. $1 million a year, $16 million. Plus you're kicking another $12 or $14 million a year in tipping fees. Tipping fees are the dump where the trash has got to go. It's going out to Newark on Doremus Avenue. Now, the city is looking to get into it, and I think they should. We touched base on this last week about the expenses. I finally made a fresh pot of coffee. First time I ever made a pot of coffee for just 1 cup. Actually, I put enough in to do 1 cup. My household hints there. You can use a big pot and make 1 cup. We touched on it last week about the expense of doing it. And like I said, we're spending, I think by the end of the 5-year contract, it's almost $17 million a year. But right now, we're around $5.1 million a year, $15.1 million a year, I think it is. There's a lot that goes into picking up the trash. It's not just those 2 guys and the driver. We have been out of this business so long, we don't really know how to go about doing this. Now, for years, Orrin Dabney and the former mayor, Glenn D. Cunningham, kicked the idea around of going back into the trash business. There are a lot of benefits to it. And what I'm going to do today, I'm going to go further than we did last week. We're going to talk about how I came up, there's some garbage trucks for you, how I came up with the figures and what goes into doing this. I first looked at North Bergen. North Bergen is probably the best run municipality in Hudson County. You got Mayor Sacco. You want to be a good mayor. Whatever Sacco does today, you do tomorrow, you'll be fine. Mayor Stack in Union City also does his own garbage. And when you look at the big 3 mayors in Hudson County, Sacco, Fulop, and Stack, Fulop's the only one not doing his own garbage. Mayor Stack and Mayor Sacco pretty much control everything that happens in their town in a way to control expenses. Now, I looked at North Bergen. North Bergen's population is about 62,000 people. Jersey City, we're about 258,000. Let's round it out to 260,000 people. North Bergen sends approximately 6 trucks out to do trash and 3 trucks out to do recycling. You know, there's far more trash out there than recycling. That's a population of 62,000. That's kind of like a big ward. You know, our wards are about 40,000, 38,000, somewhere along there, maybe a little give or take here and there. Mayor Fulop and I have been arguing a little bit because I've sent him my numbers. Now, he was telling me, well, we need 50 garbage trucks. We don't need 50 garbage trucks. If North Bergen can do North Bergen, their pickups with 6 trucks, and they're doing 60,000, I can take it into each one of my 5 wards. I can go heavy and go with 5 trucks. We can probably get by with 4 trucks. And in my figures, I got the price to buy 28 new trucks. Remember, the city of Jersey City has garbage trucks. It has containers. It has roll-offs. I don't have a number on that equipment yet because repeatedly I've called the DPW to get information on how much of this equipment we still have from the JCIA. I don't have that number yet, but I know we got some. Like I said, we could probably run 5 trucks a ward, probably 4, and then maybe 3 trucks in each ward for the recycling. I need to figure out how many backwards. We also do pickups with dumpsters. High-rise buildings we do pickups on. We do the schools. We do city hall, municipal buildings, that sort of thing. So we also need trucks capable of the dumpster, where the dumpster flips into the back of the truck. We may have them. I don't know. We also got to look into dumpsters themselves. we have to supply those dumpsters to where they're needed. You can probably buy them off the existing vendor now, or you may want to buy new ones. You buy them new, you start your own maintenance. You buy them used, you probably got to do a lot of work on them. But these are the things we got to look at. We got to buy some trucks. I'm going to figure 28. We should have some. I know the JCIA had them. Occasionally you see them in Jersey City, those gray garbage trucks. I know we got containers. I know we got roll-offs. We may have backloaders. That's a figure I don't have factored in here. But we'll go over those numbers. But right now, we're going to break the commercial. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
Panapinto Properties, Jersey City, shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces and addresses your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment, adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at panapintodevelopment.com. Panapinto Properties, building Jersey City for everyone.
Jersey City Medical Center has a passion for heart health. We're Hudson County's only full-service heart hospital, with innovative technologies and premier cardiovascular physicians, a partnership with Rutgers Health, the latest technology and medical advancements, and nationally renowned care for every heart in every community. Whoever your heart beats for, our hearts beat for you. Jersey City Medical Center.
We're back. City Show. Pat O Melia here as we continue to look at picking up our garbage, which is quite a job. Before you send out the trucks to the ward, whether it's 4 trucks into each ward, we have 6 wards or 5 trucks to each ward, there's a lot that goes into getting those trucks out. And there can be no hiccups. And what gets those trucks out? Well, mechanics in the shop. Because those trucks can't go out unless they're fueled. The windows got to be clean. The lights got to work. The tires got to have 90 pounds of air. The brakes have to work. Everything has to be ready that crew comes in. When that driver and the 2 loaders show up, that truck goes. If we're starting these guys at 7 o'clock at night, at 7:01, those trucks, when those guys get there, those trucks are running, they're set, boom, they are out of here. There is a tremendous amount of maintenance that has to be done on these trucks to keep them rolling. It's kind of like those trucks are like DoorDash. You know, DoorDash goes to the restaurant, picks up food, and delivers it to you. Well, look at the shop and the mechanics as the people preparing the dinner. Like I said, they got to be clean. They got to be running. The oil's got to be changed. They got to be fueled up daily. They've got to be clean. You can't have these things stinking. They've got to be put somewhere. You're going to have a lot of equipment sitting somewhere. The city's going to have to go about and get a shop, which I figured its price, land where I'm looking at my old neighborhood dog patch. Where's Dog Patch, Pat? I've heard of the Marion section. I've heard of Hilltop. Where's Dog Patch? Dog Patch is down at the foot of St. Paul's Avenue on the Hackensack River, my section of Jersey City. It is still a bit of a time capsule down there. The only thing that changed is we did some work on the overpasses and new bridges. You got the new Woodpen Bridge going to open in October. That's the only thing that changed anything in the neighborhood because you have the trains there. Yeah, it's the old industrial. Bit of a time warp. That's where we need to put our group. So I need mechanics. I need drivers. Here's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at loaders. Right off the bat, I need 56 loaders, 2 for each one of those 28 trucks. I'm still going to need some spare guys. You're going to need spare crews in case people call out sick. Something happens. I'm going to need drivers. I'm looking at 32 drivers because I need spares. Somebody calls out sick. I'm going to need someone. I'm going to need diesel mechanics. Hopefully we're buying these trucks new. Hopefully we spec out the right engine because we're not doing a lot of mileage. We're doing a lot of, well, really bad city driving, very slow. The only time these things are going to get up to around 40 miles an hour is when they're going to Remus Avenue to dump. I'm going to need hydraulic mechanics. And when we buy these trucks, we got to spec them that we're getting the best friggin' hydraulics you can. Don't cut corners with the equipment. I want the best hydraulics. I want a damn good engine, probably a Cummins, maybe a Caterpillar, I'm not sure. When I was in the, why do I know this? I used to be in transportation before I got into television and radio. Before I got in radio, I was in transportation. We're going to need shop mechanics. Those things have to be maintained. Those dumpsters have to be maintained. everything has to be repaired. The whole goal of the shop is to make sure those trucks roll. The dumpsters at the schools or in the building, they're in good shape. All the wheels are there, the lids are on. But the main focus is those trucks. From the brakes to the fluids to the windows to cuts in the side, you've got to get as much as you can out of those trucks. And that happens with preventive maintenance, PMs, and repairs. Don't wait for something to break down on friggin' Central Avenue before we fix it. Stay on top of it. There can be no hiccups when these trucks go out to pick up the trash. We can't be, up on South Street somewhere and say, oh, the truck died out. You've got to try to eliminate that. Mechanical issues are always going to happen, but a good crew with good preventive maintenance and good repairs, we can eliminate that. We're going to need foremen for the shop. We're going to need street supervisors out there. Somebody's going to have to watch these guys. I want to make sure, tell you what, if we're doing it ourselves, we're going to save money, but we need to give the people of Jersey City a better service. When these guys are dumping the garbage cans, I want the garbage in the truck. I want the cans back on the sidewalk. One step better. If I can put the damn can over the fence and not block the sidewalk, all the better. I want the same crews working pretty much the same routes, so they get to know that route. They know that's that senior over there. Let's put the cans back over the fence. These are the things you can do. We're going to need trainees. You're going to need somebody to wash these trucks. There's a whole crew. When all's said and done, I'm at a total personnel about 110 people. Now, drivers-wise, we got salaries for drivers, per hour, about $26 an hour. Mechanics at $29 an hour. Diesel mechanics, hydraulic is at $25. I got the whole breakdown here from street supervisors to trainees. I got 28 trucks. It's going to cost me $1,007,000 a year, spread over 5 years. Actually, I'm going to probably roll into a third segment with this. We're going to break for commercial. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
Jersey City Medical Center is healing, enhancing, and investing in Hudson County because your heart doesn't beat just for you. So get it checked. When your bones are healthy, it lifts us all. We're delivering joy daily in our Lord Abbott Maternity Wing and providing New Jersey's only NCI-designated comprehensive cancer center. We'll continue building our medical network and taking every precaution for your safety so that we can all be healthy together.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers a quality of life you deserve in one of our many high-rise towers. With amenities such as the on-site Newport Path, light rail, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Kohl's, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams and Acme Supermarket are just outside your front door. A health and fitness center, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. Enjoy the New York skyline from our waterfront and various parks. Manhattan is just one pass stop away, or a quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Looking to visit? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. For more information, visit us at newportnj.com. Make lasting memories to cherish forever. It's incredible. It's you, Newport. Live like you want.
We're back, City Show, Pat O Melia, and we're talking trash. Trash talking. Like I said, we need, we're going to buy the new trucks. I'm going to capitalize them over 5 years, so it's going to cost me about $1,007,000 a year. I'm going to need a couple of mobile service units, MSUs, in case something does happen out on the road. We're going to have to fuel these things. I'm figuring right now $600,000 a year in diesel fuel. I know people are saying electric. What is about electric? I'm not sure we're ready to go a full fleet of electric yet, especially when it comes to repair and maintenance on them. There's still a right to repair. We need to fix these things and have them running right now. I don't need them sitting in a friggin' dealership somewhere. So maybe down the road, when everybody gets more in tune with electric, we can do that. Heat, light, and water. I got like $75,000 a year. I got an inventory of filters. I'm going to change the tires in every one of those trucks that I'm figuring once a year. I got an inventory of $400,000. A shop, 8,000 square foot, steel fab, freestanding, and equipment in the shop. I got $1 million. That's a one-time expense, but I got it in the yearly figure here. I don't have a workers' comp number yet. I don't have a uniform number yet. The land down in Dog Patch probably cost $1.5 million something that big. We'll see how it goes. I need a wash rack. I would need a wash rack that can recycle the water and, get the dirt out of there. I need, like I said, we need the land, we need the equipment, but we need the city to get behind it. With all these figures I just spoke about, with truckloaders at $2.3 million a year, drivers at $1.7 million a year, the garbage trucks, brand new, again, over 5 years, 1.7, $600,000 in fuel. Like I said, I don't have the land, I don't have the wash rack. We still need to know the other equipment that the JCIA has. I'm in at about $10.5 million a year. We're paying 5.1 as it stands right now. So I'm ahead of the game by 5. Even if I bought the land right off and just took it as a one-year charge, say I spent $2 million, I'm still ahead by $3 million. And we're doing the job. I'm not racing to get this done. I'm in the business of getting the garbage and giving the city a good service. I don't want people calling the ward council and saying, there's garbage all over my house, or I don't know where the hell my garbage cans are. Do the service. I'm not out to make a profit. The guy doing it right now, he's out to make a profit, and I'm predicting he's making one hell of a profit on it. I can do all this, but make no mistake, the first step is the shop, making sure those trucks run. So you need the shop, you need the mechanics, you need the drivers, but it can be done. I did it. All right, I'm going to get into quick hits here because we're running out of show. We got a 2-minute, 30-second set left. Don't forget, tonight's the debate, 6 o'clock, channel 190, and on all the streaming channels. Jersey City is going to form an ad hoc committee to look into Suez water and their response to Hurricane Ida and all the flooding we had here in Jersey City. Here's the bottom line. An aqueduct broke. Aqueduct was repaired. Some water was contaminated. Suez didn't do a good job of getting bottled water or water out to the people of Jersey City. That's got to be changed. What Mayor Fulop and the City Council has to do is have a Suez czar. Somebody who doesn't mind keeping an eye on Suez, just picking up the damn phone when you look at the weather channel on your phone saying, hey, you know what, we're going to get a lot of rain on Thursday. Are we prepared for this? Are you prepared for this? Nobody does that. Boundbrook. Now, when I first got into business, I had a shop in Manville. Boundbrook wasn't too far away, and it was always flooding, because it's Boundbrook. It's bounded by brooks. The feds put in about $300 million in floodgates and walls to protect Boundbrook. This year, it got flooded out by Ida with all that money, and it turns out they couldn't close everything up because New Jersey Transit had a train broken down on the tracks. So Boundbrook got flooded out again, despite the $300 million plus in flood prevention. So thank you, New Jersey Transit, from all the people in Boundbrook, who you're going to be paying them quite a bit of money for all the homes and cars that were damaged, because they took all the steps to protect themselves, and New Jersey Transit was the one that prevented that. The Jersey City Fire Department headquarters and firehouse on 465 Marin, looks like they're going to demo that and build residential units there. That firehouse was only built in the 80s. Is there any respect for taxpayer money? We probably still got bonds out on that. And closing, Hoboken. Hoboken is closing 2 blocks each Sunday, so the bars in Hoboken, on Sinatra Drive, I believe this is, can make bank on football Sundays. There's like 40 or 50 residential units that are held hostage by this. St. Patrick's Day Parade in Hoboken? Bad. Bar crawls in Hoboken? Bad. Football Sundays in Hoboken so the bars can make money? Yeah, that's good. Yeah. All right, I'm out of time. You be good, you be safe. I'll talk to you next week. Good night.